Alright, so welcome back. I hope you guys are on a fabulous day. The last time I updated this list was about 3 entire months ago. That's the kind of structure I have for this type of video. Every 4 months I updated saying, hey, if there's any new units that have really jumped up in meta because of a relic, rather this time we didn't get a relic, but this time we had a lot of recent releases of some decent and strong units that kind of help you a lot. And we also have some like different units that revived some other units, which now make them must-haves and again things that you should obtain. Right now, new players are picking the game, so welcome in. Again, if you're re-picking up the game because Escanor is here, realize that this is the best time of the year to pick up some units that you were missing out on. Today, I want to show you all the best units that you should keep an eye out for. If there's a banner that has that and that banner is a good unit, guess what? Maybe you should go and jump into that banner and try to obtain these units, but these are things you should look out for as the game progresses and as you are trying to look out. If it's a good banner and this good side unit is on there, then you do it. If the main banner unit's turned but there's good side banner units, again, usually that's not the entire recommendation to summon. Mainly you chase it guaranteed, and then the other things on the side are things you pick up along the way, which help out. With that being said, let's jump into it. Let's break it down. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. Let's have some fun with this. So again, to start this off, I went through the entire list of characters over here in GC Database. I was going to do it in-game and like go over each character, but it's always unequivocally easier to do it in GC Database because it gives you the passive and everything on one screen. So I'm going to talk about multiple things while showing it. But again, the entire list of characters. Recently, in the last 3-4 months, you had a collaboration which dropped, which revived some old units. You had Ultimate Escanor drop, which like broke the game. You had Grimoire also. You had a bunch of other things that dropped. You had Thonar before Slime, and I don't think I really covered Thonar in the last video. So there's a lot of things that have occurred, that have happened. I tried my best to compile every character. If I miss one, and I may have, it's a long list of characters, right? That I may have missed one. I'm mainly going for characters you should chase on a banner. There's a few in here that aren't ones that you should chase, but mainly I did that, right? So first up, if you need to know anything in the game, there's light and dark units. If a light and dark unit exists, you have to summon for that unit. That's just how it goes. They become really limited. So first off, Light Escanor is like the first person in this list, but later on I'll show you Elizabeth and Meliodas. These 3 characters are all good in their own way. Both Meliodas and Escanor just being absolute PvP or PvE carries. Also PvP if you want to consider it. But again, Ultimate Escanor. This is a character you need to chase. I've seen people saying I'm skipping for end of year. You're more than welcome to wait till end of year, right? See what that is. If it's something good, you then decide. But Escanor is a character. The end of year has to be like broken in PvE to like make this a not must summon. But overall, Escanor is so good in a lot of the content to where people are saying like, oh, he's overhyped. I'm telling you now, the bird is so much better because of that death damage, right? You have that constantly on that same single target attack, which is massive, all right? So for a lot of characters, that doesn't exist. Escanor is the first character to have death damage on a single target. He is nuts, okay? Overall, a character that you need to obtain in the future of this video is like, you find this video like, oh, who should I get in the game? It's Escanor. You need him. You have to get him. He's freaking insane. You have over here, I put this on the list, but I don't know why. He's the new character that dropped. He's mainly for the collaboration that we just had, Shield Hero. For every debuff or for every buff on the hero, increases the hero's defense-related stats by 20%. Basic stuff, really. It'll be good, I hope, as we see how everything works out. But I think this is good. We'll see. Grimoire is good. He's for free, though, so I'm going to X this out, act like it never happened. Again, new King Arthur. When you see this unit drop, or if we have another gear gacha, or rather SSR gacha thing where you can like pick one guaranteed, you need to get him. Okay, if you don't have him, he will help you in so much content in PvE, to where he can help you farm a little bit, he can help you beat the bird, he can help you on a lot of content. His passive is designed like that, increases the allies' damage dealt to enemies by 35% and decreases damage taken by 25 or 35% if all allies are alive. Very, very simple passive and a very, very good unit. So if it does drop on a banner, hey, maybe you should pick it up. Excalibur Arthur. Basically, he's created for what? Human teams. Yes, anyone that needs a human boost or HP boost, you got this character for that. Keeping somebody alive, you got him for that too. Very good character. Again, works on the Bond team, kind of works on an Escanor team. He works on a lot of content, so he's a very good unit to pick up if you have a chance to do so. Ragbon, a massive, massive pickup, both for PvE and PvP. Them substats that he gives are beautiful, all right? Increases all allies' attack-related stats by 10% and decreases the enemy pierce rate, crit chance, and crit damage by 15%. Very good unit. Try to obtain it as Rainrock banners come out and stuff like that. Currently, he is out on the banner we have with the one festival. Purgatory Bond. Good unit for a lot of content. Really good for Knighthood boss for farming for one of the stages. Overall, he's good in PvP. He keeps falling off, coming back up. Still a good unit. If you want to go and obtain him, you definitely can. Brunhild. She is going to be for free. Get her. She will make your grind so much easier. If you're a new player, she will be for free in that entire Hawk event. Oh my god. she farms the deer like it's nothing. She literally can be used in any PvE content for like just destroying and max damage. That is what she'll do. She is nuts, okay? Regular Brunhild is great, but then you have the other Brunhild, which is also nuts. Princess Brunhild, the snow one, right? This is the, this is the winning Brunhild, right? So with it, another very good character who is just broken for PvP. I don't know if she's fallen off recently. I haven't seen her that much. But I think that's because Escanor just exists and just wipes out everybody. But I think she is still good. Somebody confirm that. Is she still like as prevalent as she was before? I know that Escanor has removed everyone from PvP, but still. There is next up Magic Chandler. Still a good unit. Use it for the counters. Use it for Demon Team. Applies what effect which decreases all stats by 7% on enemies who use skills in PvP for 1 turn. He's not a bad character, and again, he has a Demon counter, which is very good, right? The only other Demon counter really is like, you know, Esterosa, and he's kind of fallen off a lot, right? So not bad. Again, better than, in my opinion, he is better than the other Chandler, but I do include it. This Chandler is helpful, and he really is. I did bash him when he first came out because, you know, you didn't have to summon for him. You didn't really need him because you just went through Zeldris and all of that. But he is still good. I never said that he wasn't good. It was just you were at a bad time summoning for him. If you cared for what was next, which more important things were next, that's what happened. That's all that happened. That's all it is. But still a decent character. If he does pop up somewhere, he could pop up on the SSR Gacha real soon, as it's almost approaching that time where he should show up. Honestly, we don't care for him, but you know, Tarmio we cared for so much for. We were like checking every patch notes. I've seen not a soul talk about this, but he has to pop up at some point. Death Pierce for the passive. What is it? Decreases enemies' crit resistance and crit defense by 30%. Yeah, he's a really good unit. He's going to be just for the point of being on bench always. Again, good pickup. This one hasn't returned yet, and she is a freaking nuts unit. So look at it. These two units, being both like game-changing, game-breaking, have not returned yet for some reason. They're just purposely hiding them. I think that she will return, and she potentially will return next week. I think so. It's my guess. If it is a Christmas banner, because they'll just mix and match the other you know, like festive units and throw them in there. I think they're gonna do that. They always do like a midsummer thing, and this is like the midsummer thing they consider it. So I don't know. They could do anything. They literally called it midsummer last year. I don't know what that meant, but apparently JP called it midsummer. Next up, it's like the midpoint between summer. I don't know how it works, bro. That's what it said. Okay, Queen Diane. Very, very good. If you have the option to pick her from any other banner, if you have the option to get her from Queen Shop or whatever, she will help you in a lot of content also. Her stance is pretty nuts. Her with Tarmiel Grace is pretty nuts. She is a really good character, really annoying, but good character. So it is somebody that you should be on the lookout for whenever she does drop. And if she's on a banner, it makes it more of a spicier banner. You also have Elizabeth. Light Liz is really good. As much as people want to hate on her, she is really good. And with Escanor, she's just literally gotten revived. If you weren't running any other team before, for example, you only really could run her with like the Goddess team. But now you have an Escanor team that you can run, and she buffs everyone, and she buffs herself, and she does really good. So she definitely has made a big comeback here. And being like just used a lot on the DN team with Escanor, on the like regular Escanor team with the Gother or something like that. Everything works out. One Escanor still is good, not the best in comparison to this new Escanor, but his ultimate is a death ultimate, which on a lot of content that might really push you forward in killing whatever you have to kill. So still a good unit, you know, still worth it to pick up. Berserker Starosa, the absolute demon carry, the only good demon unit in the game that runs on the team without Trader Meliodas, right? Trader Meliodas is the other really good unit, but he is just like God tier, right? He is really good, just hasn't returned. You need to build Demon Team to make him work. That was always the drawback. If you don't run Demon Team, you don't summon for him. If you run Demon Team, you need him. Otherwise, you can't run Demon Team. So, still very good 10 out of 10 unit. Overall, Freyr also, he's busted for everything. Literally, I think almost, what's Golden Hottie, you can use it for every content. I think he's literally used for every piece of content in the game. I think so. So that's pretty cool. Holy Knight Gother, another good character. Just he's for free, so you don't really need to chase for him. I'm gonna X this out, but he's good for the rank up and everything like that. And then when it comes down to it, you also have Halloween Gother, right? Another good character, given for free. You're mainly using him instead of the red Gother because of the passive here. The dissolve also, which is pretty good. His relic isn't like too great, but it's there. Again, another good character for a lot of reasons of, you know, running in content where you need to do a high damage really fast. His rank up will help for that. You have Hijack Gother, super annoying, right? Another character that's like keeps on coming back. He never really fell off per se, but he keeps getting onto new teams that are just stronger and stronger. It's as if he just remained like as one unit that constantly got the stronger team, being Echidna, being Filo, all that constantly has been happening. So he's definitely kept on reviving himself, which is pretty cool. Like they did that pretty nicely, to where he's not a festival unit that's like fallen off by any means. You have Yorm again, Yorn Magilda, by the way, just keep this out there. Yorn Magilda Thonar. If there's any more Demon Beast in the future, you need to get them. Okay, you need to get the character that's associated to those beasts. Otherwise, you are never beating it. All right. So if you are a new player picking the game right now, and you're like, dude, you know, I can't beat this bird, I can't beat this deer, I can't beat this. If there, let's say, is the dragon that's supposed to drop at some point, or the fox or whatever's left, let's say those, you know, have an associated unit, you have to pick them up. It doesn't matter if it's a big festival afterwards or whatever it is. It screws you over if you ever miss out on them. For example, Yorm, Magilda, people are still chasing these units and they haven't gotten them yet. I'm telling you now, get them, okay? Maybe they're not broken off the bat. Like, Thonar's not like 10 out of 10. But if her relic is better, that will make her way better. Yorm was just built to be really good off of the launch. The relic made her way better, but still, you know, designed to be a good unit. Yorm is for the deer, Magilda for the bird, Thonar for the wolves. Harlequin over here, also another good character for farming, for everything. Hasn't fallen off yet. My comments keep saying that 3.5 always falls off, and where the 0.5 andes fall off. He hasn't fallen off. I don't know. People were like comparing him, the one Escanor, and like, oh, the one Escanor now fell off because this Escanor exists. Like, that's 2 years later. What does that even mean? That's 2 years, first off. Second off, this Harlequin has not fallen off. He is still good. He is a farming unit. You're going to need him. His also attack increase is massive, okay? So please also know this, because I also like didn't ever talk about this or show this, and I just realized that it exists. I forgot about it. But there is a increase of attack if you attack with King first. If they're in that entire circle thing, like that shield, they then get an attack increase. So just keep that in mind if you're ever farming. And people were asking me in my last video when I made that 2-turn clear on the, you know, the stage for what is it, Awakening coins, right? Yes, you have to attack with King first, not Escanor. I clearly attacked the Escanor second because you have to get the buff from King first to do more damage. That is how that works. Lily of Desire, a really good Christmas unit, a really good unit just for a lot of content. She's mainly for PvP, honestly, but she's a very strong and good character. Ludociel of Flash, really good for getting Grace, for the character being itself a really good and just timed unit to where he survived a lot of the metas, and he still kind of remains strong in a lot of the content. Again, out-CCing him is a little bit easier as time progresses, but, you know, if you're a whale out there, definitely this is the character to go for. Ludociel, the regular one, so this is Festival Ludociel. Another good character, cleanse everything, really good for PvE, still a good character, may have fallen off at some capacity, but still really good. Both Liz's, so this is the good Liz. This is the Liz you need for Quain Dungeon. You need her. Pick her up if she does appear on a banner up close. If it is a Christmas banner, she's there. See if you can summon if you have gems. But again, there's the end of year, so I don't even recommend that. Take that advice back. I'm not saying that, all right? I'm just saying if you have a chance, if they give her for free, if they give her somewhere, try to get her. She's really good. This Liz also is for free. It doesn't really matter, but it's good for a lot of content. Belmoth and things like that for her rank up off the bat of the game. Magilda, as mentioned, Mercenary Matrona, very good for bird. You need her for a stance. That's the whole point of her. That is what she excels at and basically what she does. You then have, again, Melascula, which is the Valentine's one. Another very good character for just, you know, Demon Team and some other stuff. For strong content, she actually does help you out. Not really PvE, but she's still pretty good. Trader Meliodas. Yes, you need Trader Meliodas. Like, you need him. He's just unequivocally the best unit in the game for PvE. Just has to be. Berserk Meliodas mainly for PvP, really, just for buffing Estarossa. That's the whole point, I guess. Merlin, another good character. Easy clears on the OG Demon. There's so many things that you can use this character for. Another great addition for the list here. You have Truthseeker Merlin for the attack disable, another good thing. You have the new Merlin, which is the good, I guess you could say, version of the new unknown team. If you have her, plus Filo, plus, let's say, Kyo, plus Echidna, plus Hijack Gother, anything you do as that other unit, definitely this is a character to go for. Really good, but again, it's a collaboration-based team, so it doesn't really always prosper in the fact of CC. That is there. Mono, a very strong damage dealer on a lot of things. Very good in PvP. I don't have her, but Jazzy does, and I was able to test her out. And damn, is she good, okay? She's really good. Giant Scotty, also a pretty good character for a lot of the content when it comes to Skull and Hottie. When it comes to the bird, she's helpful, really helpful. So if you do have her, I definitely recommend you use her in some of the content. Sorry, Tornado for Grace. So a few of them were Grace, right? So Grace, still good in a lot of content also, not just that. But these two are really for Grace. You have Gamer Shin for farming, another good character. Tarmiel, you're using it for the Grace. The Grace is just busted. Tarmiel Red, you're using it for the Grace, because why? It's freaking busted. This Tarmiel and the main Sariel is actually used for a lot of content. Green Sariel is used for like a lot of cheesing content, right? For example, some of the story, some of the final bosses. Recently, you've seen that counters have been just apparent because they make the content so hard that only a counter can do enough damage to take care of it. Keep that in mind when you are progressing through banners. If you get that entire wish gacha back, you can then go and pick Advent Tarmiel, this one, pick that green Sariel, pick a few of the characters that you need, Nanashi if you need that, Green Earth if you need that, some characters that will actually help you through core content. That is something to go for. Wanderer Thonar, for the Wolves, she was good, she was there. Hopefully you obtained her. If you didn't, you had more chances. I mean, this banner here, you have Prince of Darkness Zeldris, a very good character for the Darkness team, the Demon team, whatever you want to say. Very good character. This one also, first passive, the Devos, right? Really, really helpful as a backline unit, and pretty good for just clearing out some of the Belmoth content that is there. I didn't include Cusack here, even though he recently dropped. He's all right. I don't know if he's like the best of the best. So again, this is fully up to you. I don't know where to include this on my list. I haven't tested it on myself. I haven't even cared to check how the character was. I knew there was a Escanor festival or some Escanor or some festival coming around the corner. I never cared to research or learn this character. But from what I saw, right, most people said like, don't need him. You don't really need a summon for him. So it's not a character that I will include on this list, really. And again, if there's anything I forgot, please let me know. I try my best to include everybody. But again, there may be a few characters that I missed. Let me know down below, but that's really it. That's what I want to talk about. These are the must-have, must-use characters, the ones that you must get as you progress through a lot of the content. With that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe. That's been it for me. Hopefully a helpful video, and I'm finally updating this after a few months now with a lot of new characters that are helpful and a lot of new ones that actually got revived in meta, which is pretty cool. Peace out, enjoy. I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe. That's been it for me. Not bad.